Hello everyone and welcome to Q&A episode 3. Now first of all, I'd like to apologise for there being a complete lack of uploads lately. Things are pretty crazy at the moment and I've just not had enough time to record anything. I've been meaning to. The San Andreas live stream is still the plan, but I'm going to try and do that tomorrow, but that's more than likely not going to happen, so don't hold me to that. Yeah, there's just lots going on lately and I haven't really had a chance to sit down and do anything, so apologies for that, but I have got lots of questions. I took to the Moving Target Gaming forums and posted a thread there and asked people to send me some questions, and I got a lot more than I thought I'd get, so we have rather a large number of questions for this edition, so let's get cracking. Where did you get your YouTube name from? Well, my YouTube name originally came from my PlayStation Network ID, which is PrebWib. And I would play GTA 4 with my good friend Pasta, who we'll hear from later in this episode. Yeah, we played GTA 4, and if he wanted me to go to where he was, he would say things like, "Come hither, Sir Wibbington." And then when we went to start playing on the MTG San Andreas multiplayer server, I needed a name, so I came up with Ralph Wibbington, and then when I decided to start making videos, I ended up using that as my YouTube name. How do you make your intros and such? Thumbnails, etc. Well, my intro is made of a transparent PNG overlaid over some stock footage of some juice being poured, with some library sound effects from somewhere of the liquid being poured added on afterwards. It's not particularly complicated. In fact, it's incredibly simple. There's nothing really advanced about it. It's just a little simple thing that I made that I thought looked quite good. As for thumbnails, it's my phone. Don't know if that came through. But my thumbnails are the San Andreas multiplayer ones. I used a mod called CamHack, which isn't in my mod catalogue because it's not allowed on MTG. But I use CamHack and single player to use another mod as well, actually called Player Changer. I use that to change my skin to whichever skin I'm using for my series at the time. And then I use CamHack to set up a decent angle, and then I just take a screenshot and then edit that up and use that. But for the vast majority of my thumbnails, I just Google for artwork on Google, obviously. Yeah, I Google for artwork for whichever game I'm making a thumbnail for. And then I just put my little orange bar down the side of the screen there. And that's my thumbnails. How hard was it to maintain the YouTube channel with so little viewers, even though you had put a lot of effort into your videos? Yeah, this is an interesting question actually. I'm not going to lie, sometimes it is quite difficult to maintain the channel. When you're uploading new content and no one's really watching it, it's very, very easy to be, what's the word? Dejected. Very unmotivated. Demotivated is the word. Yeah, very demotivated. And just generally just want to not bother. But the thing that keeps me going is trying out new things and hopefully finding something that people want to watch. For example, when I was just doing content on my own, I thought, oh, I've got this game, I could record this. So I'd start recording stuff like Mass Effect and Watch Dogs as well when I had the chance to do that. Yeah, I started doing those, no one's really watching them, so I thought instead of me just doing what I want to do, I'll ask the audience what they want and go from there. So I thought I'd offer some choices and start doing some series votes, and the one that won the first and currently only series vote that I've done was Batman Arkham Origins, but I'm noticing that no one's watching that either, so that's slightly confusing, very demotivating as well. But I believe at the time of recording this, I don't have it up on screen to check, but I believe at the time of recording this, the latest episode of Batman has 1 view. It's not great, but yeah. Whatever happened to the 26 odd people that voted for it? That's what I want to know. Yeah, but I'd just like to try and find something that people actually do want to watch that isn't San Andreas multiplayer. Because I don't just want to be constantly uploading just one thing all the time, so... yeah. How long does it take to edit one of your videos? The editing process usually takes, I don't know, about 2 to 3 hours maybe across a couple of days. After recording, San Andreas multiplayer is the main thing I do, but after recording that, what I usually do is do a rough edit where I'll cut it into sort of rough 10-minute chunks, and then I will adjust the beginning and ending of those 10-minute chunks to find a nice balance, so it ends on a part where I'm not talking and it starts on an overlap of the ending of the previous episode, so it's all there and nothing's missed. That usually takes, as I say, about 2 or 3 hours to do all of it across a couple of days, so about that long. What software do you use, and how long does it take you to edit/render your videos to get them ready to be uploaded? Well, we just covered the time it takes to edit them, but the rendering process, depending on the length of the video, usually takes between 1 and 2 hours. Actually, I think it's nearer to 1 than 2, but yeah, we were doing 15-minute episodes, so they would take about an hour and 20 minutes-ish, and the 10-minute episodes take about 45 minutes to an hour, maybe. Depends on how long I make it, really, and the settings I use. So the rendering process takes about an hour, we'll say, and the editing takes between 2 to 3 hours over a couple of days. So about that long. I usually upload them in advance as well, so I'll upload them when I finish editing them, finish rendering, and then watched it through again to check that there's no rendering issues, no sound issues, etc. I will then upload the video immediately and set it to schedule to upload on the day when things usually get released. So for San Andreas multiplayer, for example, that will be a Tuesday, so if I record on a Saturday night, I will have the editing done, or a rough edit of the editing done on around Sunday, the main editing and the rendering done by Monday, and then I'll upload that, do all the annotations and everything, and set it to publish itself on the Tuesday. So that's how long my videos usually take to make. What is your favourite video game of all time? Oh, I'm kind of torn. It'll probably be one of the Metal Gear Solid games, either 1, 2 or 3. I can't really pick out a favourite right now, to be honest. But if it's not going to be in one of the Metal Gear Solid games, then it would probably be Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Internet speed. I'm not entirely sure of my internet speed, to be honest. I think the service I'm supposed to be getting is 120? Maybe 160 megabits per second or something. But it sort of fluctuates between, I don't know, about 90 and somewhere near 100. Oh, I don't know. I honestly haven't got a clue. I was actually going to do a speed test before I start recording this, but I forgot to, so I might post that on the forum later or something, maybe. Do you compress your videos before you upload them? If so, what compression software do you use? I don't compress them, but what I do is edit them all together and then render them, which is effectively the same thing, and to do that I use Sony Vegas Pro 10. What do you enjoy doing the most? Well, there is one thing I rather like doing, but I don't particularly want to mention it. It's nothing dirty. Don't go there. Yeah, but I'm not going to mention that, so besides that thing, probably just playing video games. Or video editing I quite like as well. Watching movies. Yeah, the usual things. If you could choose one game to be the world's best player in, which would it be? To be honest, I don't really have a clue. If I had to pick something off the top of my head, I'd guess Metal Gear Online, maybe. But yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. I don't really take games that competitively. I see people on the forums posting League of Legends and Counter-Strike Global Offensive statuses about, I'm gold tier 5 or something, and I don't really see why anyone would care that much. Competitive gaming's not really something I do. I like to win when I play stuff like Metal Gear Online, which has been dead since 2012, and other online shooters and that sort of thing, but I don't really particularly care all that much about how good at the game I am. I like to win, but I don't really take competitiveness that seriously. I do get angry though. I get very angry, but I wouldn't enter any sort of tournaments or things that you see for League of Legends and stuff. I wouldn't do any of that sort of thing. So probably the new Metal Gear Online would be my pick. What motivates you to keep doing YouTube? One of the things that motivates me is when I upload a video, people are then welcome to leave comments, and occasionally people tell me things like I'm a great YouTuber or I'm the best YouTuber. Has been said a few times by some people. I won't go that far, but it's always appreciated. Just generally people telling me that I'm doing a good job and they like to see more of my content. I just wish more people would want to see more of my content that isn't just San Andreas multiplayer, but there you go. So people saying nice things about the things that I upload is always good. And also just trying out new stuff, as I mentioned earlier. Just trying to find something that people want to watch. I like doing the video editing, so to have something to edit and throw up and do all that jazz, that is good motivation. But on the flip side, people not watching the things I'm uploading is very demotivating and quite off-putting, but I just tend to ignore that and carry on doing things anyway. And our final question for the day comes from my good friend Pasta, who wants to know, does a machete count as a knife? Yes? I don't know? It would be you who would ask a weird question, wouldn't it? I googled it earlier, I think, and someone said something about it's technically classed as a knife. Someone said it doesn't count as a knife because it's not a slicing action, it's a chopping action, so it's more like an axe than a knife. But I don't know, I'm just going to say yes. And that's all of the questions we have for this episode. So if you've enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate a like. You can, as always, get to me in the comments section to leave your feedback and future questions for future questions, more questions for future episodes. There's also now a thread on MTG, which I'm going to link in the description. You can leave your questions there as well. And you can get to me on Twitter at twitter.com/Wibbington. As I say, if you've enjoyed this video, please appreciate. I'd appreciate it if you left a like. Sorry, I'm really tired. Yeah, leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, you've enjoyed this and you'd like to see some more of my content, please consider subscribing. That's it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.